So, before we get into the main topic for today's video, which is Netflix and its password stuff and Soap Today and a restaurant for some reason, I had a smaller thing that I wanted to add, a little snippet in the beginning of this video because something really stupid happened. So the little mini story I wanted to talk about today was just Foxy. So she's a streamer on Twitch and she makes YouTube videos, and apparently a viewer drove to her house 700 miles away, by the way, and lit her car on fire with some contraption, and it exploded. Holy shit. But anyway, let me show you the video that she posted that is like her review of the camera footage as well as just her input on the situation. It's kind of sad, but yeah, let me show you that real quick.
I watched him put a brick on my car, on the hood, and some pot, and he lit something sticking out of it and walked away.
What is this contraption he's invented? What is this? As sad as the situation is, it's kind of silly. What did he create?
Casually, like, he didn't do anything. The next clip after that was the front end of my car engulfed in flames. The firefighters came very quickly, and I'm very...
Holy shit. Like, oh my god. That is insane. The damage done. And I ended the video early, but what she says at the very end of the video is that the fire climbed to her fence and the side of her house. So that could have almost been a arson attack. That could have been her whole house being destroyed. So that's genuinely terrifying that a viewer did that just by knowing her name. I saw some people in the comments blaming her for it and being like, oh, people know your name, you should have better control of your security. But I think that's kind of a mid-take. I think it's kind of a stupid take because, like, we know Felix Schellberg, we know Mark Fitchbach, we know Sean, I don't know Sean's name, but I don't see their house being blown up, and I think that's kind of a weird take to throw out there, just immediately blaming the victim for it, but that's just my take for this little mini story. Now, time to get into the main story today, which is Netflix, its password sharing, and the stuff I talked about in the beginning of the video. I'm not going to repeat myself again. So after 5 years, Soap Today, which some of you may know as the website that you acquire movies and shows illegally, has been deleted. It's called a humanitarian and public service provider, I assume, to avoid being sued and destroyed, but it was pronounced dead on Tuesday, June 13th, so yesterday. And that's kind of sucky, because at the same time, Netflix is going through with the password sharing rule where they're going to make it so you can only use one password per house. You can't share with people across the state. You can't share with, if you're a parent and your kids in college, they don't get your Netflix. I think that's pretty stupid. I think it's a pretty terrible call by Netflix, because while there was an article talked about how Netflix is losing $6 billion a year in revenue, which is huge, like, oh my god, I was like, okay, I understand now. But then I looked it up. Netflix makes $31 billion a year. Cry about it, Netflix. Cry about it. That is insane. That is so much money. I will never even see 1% of that money in my entire life. That is just unfathomable to me. So, essentially, with the Netflix password sharing thing, you can't share it to anyone aside from people in the one household. And you'd think that people would boycott the site for that, right? You think people would, like, I don't know, maybe start canceling subscriptions. At least they see a slight drop. But apparently, as Dexterdo has posted, they are seeing the highest levels of new subscriptions in years. They actually scared us into submission. And now they're going through with the password update a day after Soap Today was obliterated, which is kind of unlucky. I don't know if it has any connection, since a lot of the things Soap Today has are high-quality content, and Netflix has, like, 6 shows that people watch. So it isn't much of a connection, but it is still weird. And the one thing that this made me think of was this one graphic that says, Netflix's anti-password policies led to higher subscriptions, and now Soap Today shutting down. I thought we were a team, guys. Which, yeah, is a valid take. Like, we are being bent over by this brand. We are being bent over by this company. And Netflix is already so expensive already. I don't know how much their subscriptions are a month. I'm going to look into it real quick, actually. So Netflix Basic with ads is $7 per month, which is affordable. Basic for $10, Standard for $15.50, and Premium for $20, which I don't know why you have so many different Fortnite skins of the same brand, but that is insane. $20 a month for just using Netflix. Normally, if you wanted to use, I mean, I guess you could, if you're a student that's on a budget, you could use the $7 a month one. But still, The password sharing thing is goofy. I mean, there are so many other streaming sites. There's HBO, there are Max. I'm sorry, I don't want to dead name the brand. What else is there? There's Pluto. I don't know if anyone even knows that exists. Hulu is another one. I'm gonna stop sitting and thinking about brands. It is just stupid how this specific brand is so angry about password sharing when it happens everywhere else. Like, everywhere. Even YouTube Premium has, like, plans designed to share with people. Maybe Netflix should make family plans to allow you to share across sites. But no, it's just gonna yell at us and make sure that only grandma can use it. Which is goofy. Of course, Netflix talked about on their website that you can set a primary location, which I assume is your home, and you can watch while you travel, which means members can easily watch Netflix from their personal devices or log into a new TV like a hotel or holiday rental. Which, no, because I saw a tweet talking about someone who was traveling and they couldn't log in. So they canceled their subscription, as they should have. Which I can assume, once this is actually put into place, we're going to start seeing more canceled subscriptions moving forward. I assume at first, when we were told about this whole event, everyone was like, oh my god, we need to buy a new subscription, we need to fix this. And now that it's actually going to be thrown out, we're going to see how buggy and stupid it is, and I think Netflix is going to suffer a little bit. Maybe. That's my theory. That's my little MatPat game theory, and hopefully maybe it works, because I don't think a brand should have this much control over media that we watch. Like, that's a whole other rant. You know what? I will rant about that. So I've had this take for a while. I feel like subscription services are kind of like the death, this is a very, like, exaggerated title, but the death of private online property when it comes to owning, like, movies and videos and stuff like that. I mean, there's sites like YouTube which allow you to access stuff for free and always keep their content up, which is awesome. But, like, these movies that have been created by humans to be consumed by humans, they're going to be put on a timer now. Like, imagine putting a monthly subscription, if you pay monthly, on, like, a library. I know that's a weird analogy, but, like, it's media created by humans to be consumed by humans, and you have to pay monthly for it, and if that site goes down, the media is just going to be gone now. Like, you can't download the things. You can't pay for, like, before you pay for a movie and you'd own it on, like, a little disc or something. That's awesome. You own that movie now. But now you pay for the rights to look at it, and then once you stop paying, you can't look at it anymore. I think that's kind of goofy. That's just my personal take. I try to keep myself from being too ranty and opinionated on these videos, but I had to throw this out there because I feel like that's a valid thing to talk about. But anyways, yeah, back into the video. We have one last thing to talk about before we wrap things up for today. Also, I saw this one person tweet about how all these streaming services are like $150 a month plus. Yeah, that's a valid take. If you want to have all these streaming services and watch anything you'd like, you need to pay like hundreds of dollars a month for the Hulu, the Pluto. I'm not listening. I already admitted that I don't know all of them off the top of my head. So keep going and talk about the last thing, which is that Netflix has made a restaurant. Let that sink in. Don't let that sink in. That was a stupid joke. Netflix has made a restaurant in Los Angeles, and I personally am excited to order the Stranger Things burger and the Black Mirror fries. I don't think that's actually going to be a thing. Apparently, you're going to be basing the food off of Chef's Table and Iron Chef, which I think they're missing out on a huge market because, like, I don't know, Across the Spider-Verse had the Spider-Man burger at Burger King, and that's the first time I'd ever walked into a Burger King before, was to order that meal. So I think it would be kind of interesting if Netflix actually leaned into the meme and made a Stranger Things meal, but we've also already established in the previous things in this video that they're pretty out of touch with their community, which sucks. But anyway, yeah, that's just the absolute doodle poop I wanted to talk about. Also, just Foxy and her car getting firebombed is pretty sad as well. I hope that doesn't become a trend, because I've been seeing a growing trend in people doing bad things online for clout. So hopefully the dude who burned her car doesn't come forward and be like, "It was me, now follow me on Twitch." No! Stop it! But anyways, thank you guys for watching. And also, I recently have become monetized on YouTube, so if you want to become a member, I'll link in the description the link to become a member, because I don't think the button is on my channel yet. But that would be pretty cool. I think I made my lowest member thing just $1, because I don't want to be stingy and grab money out of people's pockets. But it would be cool to get some support. But yeah, it's really exciting to be making more content, and now that we're monetized on YouTube, there's so much more that I could do. I can fund bigger projects, I can upgrade this mic, and maybe make some cooler stuff for you guys. And I'm excited to see what we do next. Thank you guys for watching. Subscribe if you're new. Don't forget to like. Liking helps with the algorithm. And I hope you guys have a wonderful day. And I'll be seeing you guys tomorrow in the next upload for whatever crazy thing happens next. So thank you guys. And as always, adios, arrivederci, goodbye. And maybe keep a camera on your car.